State your name, spell the last name for the record. Richard Quincy, Quincy. Why are you here to testify today? I'm here to give my report on autopsy of Parker Page on behalf of the state of Maryland. How are you qualified to do that? I have been licensed and practicing medical for the last 12 years old. I have been a medical examiner in Midland for the last 12 years and have been a shelf medical examiner for Midland Center for the last 4 years. I testified court quite often as a part of my position as shelf medical examiner. I feel like I'm here very weak. What did you examine to form your conclusion? I reviewed the victim's medical record and did a full autopsy, which included both an external and internal examination. Was there sufficient to reach your conclusion? Yes. What method did you use to come to your conclusions? I performed a standard autopsy, toxicology report, and reviewed the victim's medical history. Is this reliable method in your field? Yes. This is a widely accepted standard practice for forensic pathology. Have you reliably applied the principle and method to the fact of case? Yes. Let's talk about the Parker's medical history. Was there anything notable? Yes. What was notable? According to the medical record obtained from the Midland General Hospital, the victim was diagnosed with type 1 OI in 2030. It is a genetic condition that is associated with imperfect bone formation, which causes the bone to break easily. This is why it's often referred to as a brittle bone disease. These are 8 types of brittle bone disease, and the victim was diagnosed with type 1, which is the mildest form. Will you describe the process of autopsy? I began with the external examination and then move on to an internal examination as well as a test for time of death. Let's talk about the time of death. What is a test for measuring time of death? The current widely accepted standard formula is to subtract the corpse core temperature from the normal body temperature. Then you take the result and divide it by 1.5 because it's how fast the body loses heat per hour. This final result is the hour since death. What was the result of the test on Parker? The subject's time of death was around 25-hour period to the test at 5:35 p.m. July 15. So I can say to the reasonable degree of scientific certainty that subject's death occurred between 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on July 14, 2018. Let's talk about the medical examination. May I approach the opposing counsel? May I approach the witness? What is Exhibit 10C? What is Exhibit 13? It's a describe of OI and various type. How do you know that? Because I write the report. Is it fair and accurate depiction? Yes. Your Honor, at this time the prosecution offered exhibits 13 into evidence. Will you describe for the court your external examination? The external examination subject subject is Parker Page. The record showing she was 12 years old and she is 8 pounds 4 feet 8 inches. They are on the lower range of normal for female at this age, but nothing unusual, especially if a parent is of shorter stature. Does the defense appear to be someone of shorter stature? Yes. There anything else that you find the external examination? There are several burning on the right side of the body, and the white deep cut above eye on the right side of her chest and her right knee. Half circle burns on left collarbone. What did you do in your internal examination? I examined her internal organs, which all appeared normal except her leg. The connective issue in the leg was abnormal, but this was consistent with her diagnosis with asthma and OI. I found evidence for her past broken ankle and her left side, but this was well held and had no relation to her death. It was clearly that her ultimate cause of death was from the partial cape on the right side of her skull. But beyond that, I find that all of her broken bones, bruising, and cut were on the right side of her body were consistent with 14 things for at the campground. What was different? What else could have caused the broken collarbone and the bruises? After I completed my examination, I reviewed a number of items recovered from the defense tent, including a hiking staff. The hiking staff is a perfect match to the size of the brace that it definitely could have been used to break her collarbone. What does this mean? It means Parker was likely stuck with something like the hiking staff that broke her collarbone before he fell to her death, which is in line with a murder rather than accident. Why does it suggest a murder instead of an accident? It takes a great amount of force to break a collarbone, even if they have OI, so the standard trip and fall or running into something could not cause it. And it's clearly that most all of the force of fall went onto the other side of a victim's body, and there were no scratches or cuts that could suggest something nature, like train stop or drug causing it. The most likely is that Parker was violently struck by the hiking staff or something similar by someone else. Will you summarize your conclusion once more? The victim medical history and the autopsy, showing that she had all the signs of type 1 brittle bone disease. The result of my examination can rule out the environmental and natural reason for death, and the ultimate cause of death was the trauma on the victim's crew, occurring between 4 to 6 p.m. on July 14. However, the broken collarbone and matching bruises due to the beanstalk with a large amount of force by object, the same or similar to the size of hiking staff occurring just before the victim fall points to the being a murder rather than an accident. Your Honor, may I approach and tender the bench? Your Honor, there is no further question.